Are you having fun yet? We're going to try to help you have some more fun. We're going to sing Mamas and Papas hits, some other music by John Phillips you've never heard before. It'll be a beautiful concert, beautiful weather. We're happy. I always knew there was a town called Paducah, and now I'm in it. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Just tell me what group we're in.
The Platters.
Okay. There we go.
You gotta go where you wanna go and do what you wanna do with whoever you want. Baby, you gotta go where you wanna go and do what you wanna do with whoever you wanna do it with. You don't understand that a girl like me can love just one man. 3,000 miles, that's how far you go. And you said to me, please don't follow. You gotta go where you wanna go and do what you wanna do with whoever you wanna do with. You gotta go where you wanna go and do what you wanna do with whoever you wanna do with. You don't understand that a girl like me can love just one
That's a laugh.
man. You've been gone a week, and I tried so hard not to be the crying kind, not to be the girl you left behind. You gotta go where you wanna go and do what you wanna do with whoever you wanna do it. You gotta go where you wanna go and do what you wanna do with whoever you wanna do it with. You gotta go where you wanna do what you want. Go where you want, do what you want. Go where you want, do what you want. Go where you want, do what you wanna do.
Look at all you people. How wonderful.
I saw her again last night. Know that I shouldn't. To string her along is just not right. I couldn't, I would.
Thank you. I come from a culture where cameras steal your souls. Bad, bad. By now you've realized that we are not the original group. I don't know how you figure that out. That's right. Having passed away 20 years ago, 23 years ago. Yeah, she's still our friend, isn't she, Cass? Huh? Always will be. You know, Papa John Phillips, who formed this group, and I'll tell you why in a second, and Cass and I all moved to a town called Alexandria, Virginia when we were kids. And we met when we were teenagers. And we were fighting ever since. So maybe that's what goes into music. I don't know. Conflict and all that. But I'd like to tell you why we're here, but I don't know.
Riverfest.
Yes, I know it's Riverfest. John, Papa John, as we call him in the public domain, John and I sat down and had a long talk about whether we should try to continue the tradition of the Mamas and Papas, which is mainly to sing John's music and to give as many people as possible a job. It's that simple.
Thank you.
Because young, talented musicians and singers need jobs these days. There are not that many to go around. And I believe that John Phillips is a major poet of our times, and his music is mainly known to you just as the Mamas and Papas. So what we're going to sing for you tonight are the Mamas and Papas hits, but we're also going to present some of the music that he's written over the last before and after the Mamas and Papas, which I think you'll find beautiful, and just as beautiful as the Mamas and Papas stuff. So our show and our whole goal is to make the music of Papa John Phillips the star of the show. Doesn't matter who sings it, as long as they sing it right. So when you recognize something, sing along with us. This is meant to be joyful and sensitive in beauty and from the heart, okay? And one more thing, it might be nice, you know, my friend John, I've known him since I was 15 years old. I'll be 60 in January. And John's 63. And he's okay, man. His mind is still working. He's having a little trouble getting around physically. He had a liver transplant 7 years ago. But if it weren't for him, we wouldn't be here, and you wouldn't be hearing this beautiful music. So could we give him a round of applause, please? Thank you for John. He sends his love, and he always sends his love through his music. Janelle or Chrissy? Oh, Chrissy's gone. Chrissy made an entrance. Oh, wait, well, hold on a second. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, Johnny. Excuse me. I wanted to introduce these people to you. Mental slip here. I just, too egotistical, I guess. I don't know. No, these are the three people that John and I have chosen to carry on the music to the next generation. They're all very talented, as you will see, and by the end of the show, they'll be your friends, as they are my friends. This gentleman here is Mr. David Baker from Dallas, Texas. Watch out for that stuff on his boots. Don't get too near it. Hey. Whoa, no. Next to him is, all three of these people have credits and singing with so many people on so many albums that I won't even go into it. But man, they're wonderful, and they're so good, and we're so happy to have them. But beside him is a singer of, you'll see her talent. You'll see all of it. I don't even have to tell you. Miss Janelle Sadler from Los Angeles. And at the very end there, there's beautiful Strawberry Blonde. Am I right? Are you a strawberry? Yeah, you're a Strawberry Blonde. Oh, yeah. She was a legend in the music business in New York. And a few years ago, she just sort of had to quit and go to Seattle and chill out. And now she's back with us and singing. Wait till you hear her sing Miss Chrissy Faith. Chrissy? Would you like to introduce this song, or would you like to introduce this song? Why am I speaking
This song actually helped form my foundation as a singer. And I have Mama Cass to thank for my inspiration. And one of the reasons why I'm here today doing this. Thank you, Cass. Yeah. While I'm far away from you, my baby, I know it's hard for you, my baby, because it's hard for me, my baby, yeah. And the darkest hour is just before dawn.
Each night before you go to bed, my baby, whisper a little prayer for me, my baby, yeah.
And tell all the stars above,
this is dedicated to the one I love.
can never be exactly like we want it to be.
I could be satisfied knowing you love me.
And there's one thing I want you to do, especially for me. And it's something that everybody needs.
I'm far away from you, my baby. Whisper a little prayer for me, my baby, yeah.
Because it's hard for me, my baby. And the darkest hour is just before dawn.
If there's one thing I want you to do, especially for me,
And it's something that everybody needs. Oh, yeah.
each night before you go to bed, my baby, whisper a little prayer for me, my baby, yeah.
And tell all the stars above,
This is dedicated to the one I love. 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 Oh, this is dedicated.
Chrissy Faith.
How about that?
I used to live in New York City. Everything there was dark and dirty. Outside my window was a steeple with a clock that always said 12:30. Young girls are coming to the canyon, and in the mornings I can see them walking say good morning and really mean it. To feel these changes happen in me, but not to notice till I feel it. Young girls are coming to the canyon, and in the mornings I can see them walking. I can no longer keep my eyes wrong, and I can't keep myself from talking. Cloudy waters cast no reflection. Images of beauty lie there stagnant. Vibrations bound in no direction, but lie there shattered into fragments. Young girls are coming to the canyon, and in the mornings I can see them walking. I can no longer keep my eyes on, and I can't keep myself from talking. No, I can't, no, I can't, and I can't keep myself from talking. No, and I can't keep myself from talking.
You know.
We're going to do a song for you now that you haven't heard. This is one of the songs I was talking about. It's a song that John wrote for a musical that Andy Warhol produced back in the 70s. Ran for months in preview, standing room only audiences, and then they decided to open it officially on Broadway. And let me just put it this way, since it is a family show, the entire cast was impaired to the point where it closed the same night. But it was a wonderful show. And he wrote some of the most beautiful music you'll ever hear, and we hope to bring more and more of it to the audiences over the next year. This song is an example of a kind of tongue-in-cheek swing song. Swing is really coming back, you know. A lot of people are taking, I don't know if you are, a lot of people are taking swing dance lessons, and the swing bands are getting really popular. And this is a wonderful tongue-twisting song, which I never get the words right to. If it weren't for these three people, you wouldn't even get any of the words. I'm going over here. You'll see what I mean. It's called the Penthouse of your mind. Did I call the wrong one? No. That's all right. Let's just switch it. Sorry.
Take my hand and I'll show you a dance that's really new. Way back home at the Hippodrome, hey, that's the one that shakes I'll do. Ooh, ba 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 loo, ba ba loo. Ooh, ba 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 loo, ba ba loo. Gray-haired angels let their hair down. Beelzebub forgets to frown. Everyone forgets their troubles when they step off the
for the tip of your nose. Silken sheets and blackout shades, balconies and promenades. Top of the mind, please look at the view. Can you believe it's you? Living in this luxury, that's a life for you and me. Push the button that's marked B for the penthouse of your mind. Rah! Silken sheets and blackout shades, balconies and promenades. Top of the mind, please look at the view. Can you believe it's you? Foolish, finite, fickle, faithless. Celebrate, turn on and shine. You can be a fortune teller in the penthouse of your mind.
Living in this luxury, that's a life for you and me.
Silken sheets and blackout shades, balconies and promenades. Top of the mind, please look at the view. Can you believe it's you? In the penthouse of your
What do you say? Hey! These are your people, boy.
I know it, man. I used to play in Paducah a long time ago. Twinkling Star, how many people remember it?
What was it?
It's amazing, man.
Franklin Star?
No, the Twinkling Star.
Oh,
It was
Twinkling
a little.
Star.
It was a highly reputed place
Right, I get it.
right here in Paducah.
How high?
Only the highest social class would
I got
dare
you.
hang out there,
I got you
including
now.
myself. I'll have you know,
And people like me and the rest of the band.
I spent a lifetime there 1 week.
And it shows, boy.
Hey, I think I look good for 58. What's wrong with you?
Well, you would look good if you were 58. A lot of retired women of ill repute remember you here.
Hey, what are you trying to say? This is a clean town, man. Clean town.
I know that.
A lot of
Bubbles?
beautiful, nice people in Paducah, Kentucky.
Are you out
That's
there?
what I think.
Are you out there, Bubbles? Do you remember this man?
Bubbles. Bubbles.
5
How did
ladies
you know
raised their
about
hand.
Bubbles?
We're out of control, folks. I have no responsibility for what happens from now on. Now, there was a song that the Beatles wrote that Mama Cass wanted to do desperately because she had this enormous crush on John Lennon. Actually, she crushed John Lennon. Oh, come on. She was my pal. We joked around all the time. I could crush John Lennon right now, all right?
Didn't a song come out of that, Scott?
Yes, she's too heavy or something. I
She's
don't
so
know.
heavy.
She's so
That was-
heavy.
that
I
was
don't
it.
know. I get all the groups mixed up. I was in the 60s. I have no memories. But I understand I had a good time. Oh. If I could just remember it, they would be fantasies today, you know? It's about all I'm capable of now. Anyhow, in London, everybody's over at John Lennon's flat. I love saying that, flat. You know, it's British. And John Phillips and John Lennon are sitting on one end of the apartment on the floor writing a song together. And Cass is sitting on the other end, and she has this strange look on her face. Now, I knew Cass very well. I'd known her by this time at least 10 years. And I knew she was about to do something unpredictable. I didn't know what it was. And I just watched her, you know, because she couldn't control Cass. I mean, she had her own way. All of a sudden, she got up like a bull. She did this and ran at John Lennon and jumped on him. Crushed him, his beautiful Martin guitar, which was probably irreplaceable, He also, I think, at that point decided to write the song "We Can Work It Out." I don't know, a lot of songs came out of that. And the song's called "I Call Your Name." It was a Beatles song, but the Mamas and Papas made a hit out of it, and the Beatles didn't. That's probably the first time that ever happened. Of course, Lennon and McCartney made all the money, but that's business. Who cares? So if you listen real carefully to the record, you'll hear Cass saying, "Oh, John, oh, John." But if you listen really careful, you'll hear Lennon saying, "Get off me, get off me." Which one of you is singing the song tonight? Janelle. We featured Janelle Saddler.
Janelle Saddle. Saddle up!
I've heard it before.
I like to ride that saddle. Miss I'm sorry, all you young people, forget I said that. Miss Janelle Saddler singing "I Call Your Name."
I call your name, but you're not there. Was I to blame?
Yes.
For being unfair? Don't you know I can't sleep at night since you've been gone?
Take it. I don't know who can. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not that kind of man.
Don't you know I can't sleep at night, but just the same,
Don't you know I can't take it? I don't know who can.
I can't.
I'm not gonna make it. I'm not that kind of man. Don't you know I can't sleep at night, but just the same, yeah, I never weep at night. I call your name. I call your name. I never weep at night. I call your name.
Janelle Saddler!
I'm going to leave this next song to the young ones and let David tell you about it.
Not too far from here is a little river, a small one. Very small, some parts of the year. Most of the year it's a raging flood, though. And this is a song written by John Phillips for a record called Wolf King of L.A. back in 19... Wolf King of L.A. Have we got any wolves out in the audience tonight? What are they, wolves neutered around here? What the hell's going on? I mean, are there any wolves in the audience? That's a little... I think the Wolfuses need to get to work. That's all I can say. These boys need some inspiration. Anyway, great song about a swampy, take on a little journey. It's called Mississippi. Early in the morning, she hitched a ride down to Louisville, holding on to $100 bill. She dressed herself like a Cajun queen in New Orleans, baby. She looked good, like a lady playing Steve. Sipping on a beer on Bourbon Street and I'm sitting easy. Don't get me wrong, it takes a lot to please me. So please me, girl!
Down on the bayou, I never know just what you're doing.
So what you doing over there?
Down on the bayou, I never know just what you're doing.
Just give me a map, I can find it.
Down on the bayou, I never know just what you're doing.
Oh, I think I'm getting the idea.
Down on the bayou, I never know just what you're doing.
John Hughes. Thank you. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Thank you.
I hate him. He's young and talented. He's only 38 years old. Get out of here.
Thank you and good night.
Chrissy, let him
This,
know.
yeah, you know, this next song is one that I used to really appreciate the acoustics of my ceramic bathroom in. True confessions. No, really, the song sounded great in my bathroom in San Francisco as I spent my formative years. Growing up and shedding, you know about the term wood shedding, right? To study somebody and absorb their talent into your pores in the hopes of someday becoming as great as that person. Anyway, this song was one of the ones that really pushed me into knowing, yeah, I can do this. I think I can, like that little train. I think I can, I think I can. Remember this one? Let me know.
Words of love so soft and tender won't win a girl's heart anymore. If you love her, then you must
somewhere where she's never been before. You know that worn out phrases and longing gazes won't get her where she wants to go. Words of love so soft and tender won't win her
Yeah, Chrissy.
Excuse me, I have to go make a little boy cry again.
Hey. Oh no, the man in the moo-moo is after me, Mommy!
Every time I go over to say hi, he goes, "Ah!"
You know what he's saying, Scott? What? Stains. Stains.
I have no comment.
Thank God.
Ooh. Ooh, an icy wave of cold wind just flew over me. I got to ride to the concert tonight for the very first time in the front seat of a police car.
It's true.
It's a first.
We advised him to put him in the back seat and lock the doors, but we couldn't convince him to keep him.
Well, he's doing a check on me, and I will be in the back seat on the way back. And I'll be going directly to jail.
Maybe the trunk.
Not even pass and go. What are we doing next? Oh, okay. Out of all the songs that John Phillips has written, this comes the closest to a protest song. John never really wrote protest music because he believed in trying to write love songs, not sappy love songs, but songs about love and resolving conflicts and everything. But back in 1965, when the first riot started in this country, it broke his heart, his poet's heart. And he wrote this beautiful song that today I think, and sadly so, is even more appropriate. And I hope you listen to this. It's called Safe in My Garden.
Safe in my garden, an ancient flower blooms, and the scent of its nature slowly squares my room, and its perfume being such that it's causing me to swoon. Safe in my garden, an ancient flower blooms, and the scent of its nature slowly squares my room, and its perfume being such that it's causing me to swoon. take us away. Safe in my garden, an ancient flower blooms, and the sage comes out with a megaphone, telling people stay inside the homes. May slowly squeeze out the zone. Take us away. Take us
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Is he ready to make friends or is he going to cry again? He's going to cry? Okay, I won't. My friend, Papa John Phillips, I met at a party, a week-long party. When I was 15 years old, he was 18. And he's been giving parties ever since. He'll use any excuse to have a party. Someone made the mistake of telling him that the year 2000 was coming up, and he says, "Ha ha! A New Year's Eve party for the entire planet." Oh, boy. So he wrote this wonderful song. Actually, it is a beautiful song about a New Year's Eve party that we want to invite the entire planet to attend. I don't know who's going to pay for the refreshments, and I don't know where it's large enough. Maybe here we could have part of it, or all over the world. But he wants to have a party to celebrate the end of this millennium and the beginning of the new one on December 31st, 1999. And everyone is invited, all of you and your children, especially the children, because what we want to try to do is do what we're already doing, and we're doing a good job of it. We're cleaning up the planet, and we're trying to leave our children a better place to live than we had. You get the idea, right? And so on December 31st, 1999, somewhere, John Phillips, is dead or alive, is going to be the host of the largest party ever held in the world. And it's to celebrate us, this planet, the survival of this planet, and our children, okay? This is called the year 2000. Just clap along. You could sing along, but you don't know it. You could sing a different song. Sing a different song while I'm singing this. You know, I don't care. Ready? Oh, thank you very much.
That's as close to a halo as you'll ever wear, Scott.
Today on TV, I saw a documentary about time and vision, and that man said, we're just a step away,
Just a step away
from the year 2000. Everything here will be different by then. People everywhere, the sands of time are running out. It's time for us to share, time to spread freedom. All about Thank you.
Scott McKenzie.
Thank you.
Don't get me mad, don't tell no lies, don't make me sad, don't pass me by. Baby, are you holding anything with me? Yeah, 'cause I'm a real straight shooter if you know what I mean. You can bring me love, you can hang around, you can bring me up, don't you bring me down. Oh, baby, are you holding anything but me? Yeah, 'cause I'm a real straight shooter if you know what I mean. I've been searching all night just to find what I'm looking for. Baby, baby, treat me right, or I won't come round your door no more. You can bring me love, you can hang around, you can bring me up, don't you bring me down. Baby, are you holding anything with me? Yeah, 'cause I'm a real straight shooter if you know what I mean. I've been searching all night just to find what I'm looking for. Looking for, baby, baby, treat me right, or I won't come round your door no more. Don't get me mad, don't tell no lies, don't make me sad, just get me high. Oh, baby, what you're holding, half the night belongs to me. Yeah, 'cause I'm a real straight shooter. 'Cause I'm a real straight shooter. 'Cause I'm a real straight shooter. If you know what I mean. If you know what I
I guess it's a sign of the modern times that probably most of the parents here have been through some sort of custody battle over kids. It's not really fair, but it happens. And it's too bad for the kids. It's too bad for all of us. I don't mean to bring you down, but John Phillips wrote such a beautiful song about this when he was going through a very painful custody battle. It's about 3 of his babies coming home to him on an airplane during a very, very difficult battle. So it's called simply Babies.
I've got 3 little babies on a big silver bird, and they're flying through heaven tonight. And I promise promise, Lord, I'll always keep my word. If you'll just let them make it alright. Yeah. I've got 3 little babies on a big silver bird, and they're flying through heaven tonight. And I promise, Lord, I'll always keep my word. If you just let them make it alright. Every year about this time, she wants her freedom, yeah. And she calls me on the phone. She says, can you take the kids? Can I get some money? Oh, yeah. 'Cause you know I need some time on my own. And I pretend I don't really want them. But the truth is I just can't wait to hold them in my heart. And I pretend that I don't really love her. But the truth is I wish we never had to part. I've got 3 little babies on a big silver bird, and they're flying through heaven tonight. And I promise, Lord, I'll always keep my word. If you just let them make it alright. I've got 3 little babies on a big silver bird, and they're flying through heaven tonight. And I promise, Lord, I'll always keep my word. If you just let them make it alright. I always knew she had a wild streak in her, like a deer being chased by a hunter through the woods. Well, her heart it pounds so loud she just can't hear. I just can't hear you. And my arrow never pierced her heart like it should. Well, she got a strict regime of health, food, and fashion. Oh yeah, but the lifelines on her face make her look old. Well, you know she's living out her life with no passion. And the ice water in her veins makes her cold. I've got 3 little babies on a big silver bird, and they're flying through heaven tonight. And I promise, Lord, I'll always keep my word. If you just let them make it alright. I've got 3 little babies on a big silver bird, and they're flying through heaven tonight. And I promise, Lord, I'll always keep my word. If you just let them make it alright. I've got 3 little babies on a big silver bird, and they're flying through heaven tonight. And I promise, Lord, I'll always keep my word. If you just let them make it alright. 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 You got 3 little babies. Oh, I got 3 little babies. Oh, I got 3 little babies. Make it alright. Alright. Thank you. Love that song.
Isn't that a beautiful song? Okay, I, being the folk rock version of George Jones, need to leave the stage for a moment. And once again, I leave it to the young folks while I go take a rest. But
I like that sound effect.
this is a song that the original group did, and John did, as usual, he rearranged it into a new song. It's called In Crowd, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, good. I'm glad I called the right song. Sometimes I don't know, well, most of the time I have no idea. We all want to be in the in crowd, and once we get there, we go. It's really silly, but this is kind of a tongue-in-cheek song. Okay. See you in a moment. Let's hear it for Absolute Citron. Hi. Did you know that George Jones has 2 Cadillacs? One of them has a license plate that reads No Show 1. The other one is No Show 2. So I'm trying to follow in his footsteps. Fall in his footsteps would be more likely, yeah.
Well, you know, he's going to be at the Executive Lodge later on this year, so...
I know, September 5th. I wish I was here. Go to the Executive in Riverfront and see George Jones September 5th. It might be one of your last chances, and this man still has... He still has his voice. If I can tell you one story about him, he was in one of his many alimony hearings. And the judge said, well, what do you have? And he said, Your Honor, they took everything away from me but my voice. And I love that story. Obviously, you don't like it as much as I do.
I think you really reached the people on the wings and that you just didn't hear their response. That's all it was. It's people way out there.
Are we doing Got a Feeling now?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Do you have a feeling?
I have no feeling at all. This is a song that was on the, what we call in the record business, the B-side. That's when they had 45 singles of California Dreamin'. And it was written by John Phillips and Denny Doherty. And what a lovely song it is for anyone who's ever lost a love. And I bet that counts every single one of you, doesn't it? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. Come on. Did you ever lose a love? Come on. Be honest, will you? Oh, gosh, jeez. What a bunch of liars. I've lost so many loves that if I raise...
She's back.
And there they are now. If I raised all my fingers and all my toes 10 times, it would not suffice. Suffice.
Good work.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Got a feeling.
I
Love it. Back when John was growing up, Papa John Phillips was growing up. He had a couple of uncles, the brothers of his mother, who were native Oklahomans. They were Cherokee. And they would sit around drinking whiskey and planning bank robberies that were luckily never carried out because they were entirely too intoxicated. And the entire state of Oklahoma and surrounding parts were blessed by this event. The blessed, I guess we could call it the oh blessed drunk. The blessed, oh sacred drunk. Oh sacred intoxication. I've been there. But anyway, this song was probably inspired by some of the postponed due to intoxication adventures of John Phillips and the Gaines boys. It's called Me and My Uncle. Check it out. Great story. Great coming of age story. Me and my uncle went riding down from Colorado, West Texas bound, and we stopped off in Santa Fe, that being the point about halfway. Besides, it was the hottest part of the day. We led our ponies in some dog stall into the bar, boys, bought drinks for all. But 2 days in the saddle, my body hurt. And being summer, well, I took off my shirt and tried to wash off some of that dust and dirt. West Texas cowboys all over town with gold and silver, they all loaded down. Just back from roundup, and this seemed a shame. So my uncle, well, he starts a friendly game. Hollow Jack and winner take the game. Yeah. From the beginning, come on, he starts to win. And them cowboys, oh, they're mad as sin. Some say he cheated, but that can't be. Now because my uncle, well, he was as honest as old Ratty Red. You know, he's as honest as a West Texas man could be, but we'll tell you a little more about that later. Yeah, Steve. One of them cowboys went for the draw. I grabbed a bottle and I cracked him across the jaw. Oh, I got another, and he won't see old. And in the confusion, well, my uncle grabbed that gold. And we hightailed down the road to Mexico. Yeah. All right. Well, here's the cowboy, and here's the gold, and here's the uncle. God rest his soul, he taught me well, boy, taught me all I know. Taught me so well, boy, I took his gold. Yeah, and I left him there by the side of the road. Yeah, and I hightailed down the road to Mexico. Yeah, I hightailed down the road to Mexico. No, I hightailed down the road to Mexico. Whoa, yeah, hightailed down the road to Mexico. people like, you got that down. I love it. I love it. All right. I'll buy a round. Oh, no. Not for 4,000 people. Sorry.
Sure you will.
Hey, man, the Twilight Club closed.
The Twilight, the twinkling star.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you could say it was Twilight.
I had a problem finding it. Now I know why. But anyway.
Before Chrissy Faith sings the next song, I'd like to... did I say face? Oh. Before Chrissy Faith sings the next song, I want to tell you a little bit about the history of it, because I know you know it, and I know you know who sang it. But I'd like to tell you a little story about it. Back in about 1967, Mama Cass heard a song that she had loved for years, and she went to John. She said, "Can we do this song?" Now, John didn't really like to do any songs that he didn't write. He's a great poet, and he's a great writer, and he has an ego to go along with it. So he says, "Well, why? You know, I mean, what's so great about this song?" And I was there with him. We were in his house. He had a secret studio in the attic. We were the first people who moved into the community of Bel Air in California who wore blue jeans and were not particularly popular. So Cass sang it for him and brought tears to both our eyes. So he said, "Yeah, we should do that." And we went up to the studio in his attic, and we put down a rhythm track with just John and me playing guitar and Cass singing. And then later we added what was called then the Wrecking Crew, some of the greatest studio musicians in the world, Hal Blaine, Joe Osborne, Larry Knechtel, and some strings. And it became a huge hit for the Mamas and Papas, and it also became Mama Cass's signature song. So every time at this point in our program, we stop to remember a person who is truly gifted with the voice of an angel. We called her the Fat Angel. And she had a heart as big as an angel. She was sweet. She had a wonderful sense of humor. And she sang this song so well that we very seldom have tried to do it since then. But with Chrissy with us, we can do it. It's a hard pair of shoes to fill, but I think we'll fill them. So let's remember Mama Cass, and please sing along with this. Dream a little dream of me.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore trees. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you miss me. While I'm alone and blue as can be, dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear. Just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Play it, Johnny Keto. Stars
gotta dream a little dream of me.
Chrissy Faith. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Kaz.
Hey, that was really
Scotty.
cool. That was really cool. You know what she did at the end there is called scatting. Scatting. Where's that little boy? Is he still scared of me? Hi. No, I'm going to make him cry again. I know I am.
He's not going anywhere. What do you mean? He's staying put. He's trying to reconstruct the front barrier there and doing a damn good job of it.
In 1967, in the spring, my friend John Phillips had a great idea. He thought that pop music of its time, you got to remember this was the 60s when there were some great poets writing, that it should be elevated to an art form, and everybody laughed at him. But everybody always laughed at John, they still do. And so he put together what was called the Monterey Pop Festival. It was the very first pop festival ever held in the world. And for the first time, it brought artists like Otis Redding and Janis Joplin, The Who, Mamas and Papas, to a whole audience that had never seen them before. Jimi Hendrix. 50,000 people who would never have seen Jimi Hendrix if it had not been for the Monterey Pop Festival saw him change the entire world of music and the guitar. And I think that alone was worth it. A lot of people don't know that the Monterey Pop Festival was a charitable event. Nobody got paid any money. I think Ravi Shankar got paid, I'm not sure, which kind of makes me laugh. But everyone else did it for free, for expenses. And today, even now, there is something called the Monterey Pop Trust. Sends money out for earthquake relief, mainly to Californians, of course. It helps free clinics stay alive. It helps needy musicians pay their bills, medical bills, and it gives out scholarships. Everybody says the dreams of the 60s are dead. This is one dream that is not dead. All the proceeds from the sales of albums and the movie Monterey Pop go into this trust fund, and money is still going out to help people. So the dream is still alive. I went to John and I said, hey, there are a whole bunch of long-haired acid freaks coming out to California, and all the people in San Francisco and Monterey are going to freak out. We should write a song about it. So he wrote a song about it. I can't, I'm not in his league. And he wrote this beautiful song for me to sing. And not until years later did I realize how much this song meant to people. It was a freedom song for people in East Germany. Do you know that in East Germany, during the 60s and 70s and 80s, until the wall came down, they had places called mind prisons, where if you listened to the wrong music, and if you joined a fan club for the wrong person, you got sent to it. It's just like a concentration camp. I went to one of these places after the wall came down, and had all the stockades and everything, just like you've seen on the films, only this is as recent as the 1980s. And I've played a lot in East Germany, especially in the early 90s, and I have grown men come up to me and hug me and tell me that San Francisco was a song that gave them hope. And so it was also in Brazil when they lived under a dictator. The thing that means the most to me and to John Phillips is that this song was a source of hope for all the Vietnam veterans. And so if there are any Vietnam vets here tonight, or their families, any families of those missing in action, and especially the families of those whose names are on the wall, I always dedicate this song to them because they dreamed of coming home And I say to you now, welcome home and thank you. And if you haven't thanked a vet, you should, because they really deserve it. They got a raw deal. I'll tell you another real quick story. A couple of POWs, and these are guys who went to Hanoi Hilton. I have the dubious distinction of having the record San Francisco played every day to the prisoners of the Hanoi Hilton as part of anti-American propaganda. But what these two guys told me was that it cheered them up. It didn't bring them down. They'd knock on the walls to each other and say, hey, man, we're going home someday. And most of them made it. So to all the POWs and their families, we dedicate this song also. And it's a wonderful song, a simple song, a really beautiful, simple song to sing along with. So I wish you would join me. And remember that this song is not just about San Francisco. San Francisco is a metaphor. This is about dreaming of a better place in your own heart, in your own mind, in your own soul, in your own community, in your own family. And this dream we must not allow to die. We must keep this dream alive. And so we pass it on to our children. Okay? You with me? If you're going to San Francisco, be sure to wear some flowers in your hair. If you're going to San Francisco, there you go, you're gonna meet some gentle people there. Stand up and sing, come on. People in motion. There's a whole generation with a new explanation. People in motion. People in motion. For those who come to San Francisco, be sure to if you're going to San Francisco. That's beautiful. Summertime will be loving there. It's all up here and it's in here. If you come to San Francisco, take it home now. If you're from the San Francisco, summertime will be a loving there. Thank you for John Phillips. We have to keep the dream alive, especially today. Okay. A song. It's good to see you standing up. It's like a seventh inning stretch, you know? Everybody stretch, get a breath of air. Yeah, move around a little bit, but don't leave, please. Okay. There's a song called Creaky Alley you may have heard of. This is John Phillips' decent attempt to write an anthology of the group. If you listen carefully, you'll hear a lot of the names of your favorite 60s artists. And it's based on a place called Creaky Alley in the island of St. Thomas, where the Mamas and Papas first did their paid singing engagement. Very first time they got paid. The next day they got kicked off the island. We had goats, babies, strange animals and everything. I won't tell you why, but we had to leave immediately. And the rest is, as they say, history. And here's the history called Creaky Alley. Miss a pocket to come to join you, okay? Are you ready? I can't hear you. Are you ready? Well, I'm not. Oh, only kidding. Just to leave the folk music behind.
Saul and Jenny working for a penny, trying to get a fish on the line.
In a coffee house, Sebastian sat, and after every number they'd pass the hat.
With William McGuire just a getting higher in L.A. You know where that's at. And no one's getting fat except Mama Cass. Getting higher
keep apart.
Love is good vibrations and our imaginations can't go on indefinitely. The California dreaming is becoming our reality. California dreaming is becoming our reality. California dreaming is becoming our reality. Do-do-do,
Monday, Monday, so good to me. Monday morning, it was all I hoped it would be. Monday morning gave me no warning of what was to be. Oh, Monday, Monday, how could you leave and not take me? Monday, Monday, you can't trust that day. Monday, Monday, sometimes it just turns out that way. Monday morning couldn't guarantee that Monday evening you would still be here with me. Every other day,
every other day,
every other day,
every other day of the week is fine.
oh yeah.
When every Monday
But
comes,
whenever Monday comes, you can find me crying
all of the time.
Monday, Monday, so good for me. Monday morning, it was all I hoped it would be. But Monday morning couldn't guarantee that Monday evening you would be here with me. Every other day,
Every other day,
every other day,
every other day of the week is fine.
oh yeah. But whenever Monday comes, you find me crying
All of the time.
Can't trust that day. Monday, sometimes it just turns out that way. Oh, Monday, it won't go away. Hey, we're running a little late, so we want you to be able to watch the fireworks. No. So while you watch the fireworks, let's sing California Dreaming together, okay? And thank you so much for having us. Well, I hope we'll see you next year, okay? You're a wonderful, wonderful audience. Thank you. All the leaves are brown. Come on, sing. And the sky is gray. Nothing for warm and on a winter's day.
Executive Inn. They got a great country western bar there and a wonderful band. Have a good time. Okay, see ya.